Guys, what's going on? And welcome into the stream. We have an action-packed Wednesday. We have close to 1 billion NBA games going on tonight, which the NBA rules the sports betting world. This is probably the best day of the entire week for betting on the NBA. So many games, so many profitable opportunities. We have a lot to jump into there. Couple of NHL games, and then a solid amount of college basketball games, for sure. For sure. Lynn, no doubt about that. You first. What's going on, man? Hopefully you're having a strong day. So for the next hour, guys, we're just going to be rifling through a lot of bets, DFS, arbitrage, positive EV. And hopefully you've been tailing some of these DFS plays, man. We were hot yesterday on Underdog, cashed 2 slips. We've been cashing at least 2 slips or more the past 3 streams, guys, on DFS. So I already have some plays locked and loaded, but we're going to lock and load some more. So let's get started. See what we got here. Let me move myself up here to the top right-hand corner. Put it over here. There we go. Looks pretty good. All right. So, let's get into it. Let's do it. So, got the EV tool pulled up. We're going to go through better, parlay play, PrizePicks, underdog. It's pretty simple, right? I just got the main DFS books selected. I'm using Pinnacle. I'm using worst case. Player props. That's it. That's it. There's no minimum EV percentages, no minimum odds. It's a very simple setup, right? So copy and paste this for yourself. Follow along. This is how we kind of go through. Let's refresh the page. See what we have. So on Better, I've already created 2 slips on the discount plays for KD and Giannis. I've already created those slips. So we have some opportunities here. I just created a slip not too long ago, slightly different. I created an SGA over, a Luka under, and a Paul George over. So let me see if I can share this one with you guys, because I would really like to. Yeah, here we go. All right. So this is the Paul George over on rebounds, Luka under on assists, and SGA over on points. There you go. There's the link for that slip. We're going to create another better slip because there's some really good value out there. Lynn, I really wouldn't stress it, man. You know, we all go through ups and downs, but trust me when I say Pinnacle sharp on soccer. So just continue to use them as your guide and things will turn around and be very positive for you. I can confidently say that. No doubt about that. Jordan, what's going on, man? Jordan wants to know about how many EV sharp plays do you typically down in a day or an average? Well, Jordan, that's a great question. For myself, it's a little different than most because I'm a content creator, so I'm doing other things. So I would say I average roughly 25 to 30 bets a day. Some days I get 40 to 50. If I wasn't a content creator, then I would probably have close to 100. But a lot of my time is, this is my job in terms of content creation and making videos and whatnot. So I don't get to allot as much time as I would like for betting. So it's probably 25 to 35 on average, but I would prefer that it was in the 50 to 100 bet range a day. So, obviously we're placing some bets here right now, but not as many as I would like to because I'm talking a lot and kind of walking through and talking through plays. I would just really like to sit here and just rip through a lot. But that's where we're at with it. So good question. Let's grab this Ayton play. Let's grab this Claxton play. So Claxton under on his rebounds. Ayton over on his rebounds. Again, this is all DVing to Pinnacle. We're just using better at the moment. 3 pick slips is what I'm looking for here, guys. I could go Ja, I could go Cousins, I could go Zubox. So really have some different options. I could jump into all these if I wanted to, or I could just make a couple different slips. So we're just going to kind of go right down the line because these are all good at minus 122 for a 3 pick. So under 7.5 assists. Perfect. There's no, I've already used my boost today, guys. So I'm ripping this for $100. I'm kind of upping the ante this month. Going to start doing that other than underdog because I'm limited to $25 a slip. So here is the 3-pick slip here with Claxton, Ayton, and Morant. There's that link there. Let me take a little screenshot of this. And just really had some incredible success, I would say, the last 2 months or so with DFS. So very happy with that. And then we're going to go with Zubac, Cousins, and Wallace. So we're going to make one more better slip over here. Zubac over on rebounds. Let's go Case and Wallace over on points. And then Cousins to get a point in the NHL. All right, there's those. And again, we're going to go with a 3-pick perfect entry, no insurance, guys. I'll share this link. So a lot of better value right now. So just kind of ripping through these as we see it. But we'll get into some underdog value here in just a second. And we're going to look at PrizePicks, DraftKings Pick 6. For those of you guys, there is a boost on DraftKings Pick 6. I ended up choosing the live NBA entry. So basically on Pick 6, there's this promo right here. 50% boost for a live entry or 30% boost on an NBA pregame entry of $10 or less. I chose the live entry, so I'm not going to be sharing, obviously, anything at all when it comes to this because I don't have, I'm going to wait till the games go live, and then I'm going to look to use FanDuel as my sharp and make a 4-pick slip, or I might go a little bit higher than that, with this, with a 6-pick, might make a 6-pick slip live and use that boost because it's really good. And it's only $10 for me, so I really don't care. All right, let me get rid of better because we had a lot of better value, and I just kind of want to get rid of that because we shared about 3 different slips. Again, you guys can copy and paste those slips, put in the discounts to KD and Giannis if you want to. That's cool. Speaking of Pick 6, we have Hardaway Jr. here. Do we have any other Pick 6, though, options? No, none at all. That stinks. What about PrizePicks? Collier looks good. Morant, Wallace, some of the same dudes, but that's fine. We'll go over to PrizePicks, cook this up as well. Again, I like to put players on 2 different slips at max, so I already have some exposure on Ja, but I'm willing to put Ja on a second slip. That's my max for myself. So again, Ja under on assists, Case and Wallace over on points. So Wallace over 7.5, correct? Yep. And then Collier under on assists. And all right, cool. Let's go. Come on, don't give me this accessibility Google Chrome crap. Oh, gotta love Google Chrome. Gotta love Google Chrome sometimes. Under 6.5. Jaws under on his assist, and then Wallace is over on his points. Again, 3-pick entry, guys, no insurance. Let me share this link for PrizePicks. Yeah, Jordan, it's it's a good question. All you have to do, Jordan, is understand that all odds are associated with a win probability. So just go to calculators, go to odds converter calculator. So if Kalshi's telling you that the Nuggets have a 25% chance of winning, that means it's plus 300 odds. If they say that a team has a 68.5% chance, that means it's minus 217. If it's a 55% chance, it's minus 122. So just type in the win probability into an odds converter calculator. It'll convert it into American odds. That's all you have to do. What else do we got here? Do we have any underdogs? So we got Shea. Okay. Tennis. I'm always in on tennis. Not very good. It's a little negative of an edge for a 3-pick slip. Okay. So let's go over to underdog. Let me go to Shea. Over on his points. I already have him here on 1. I'm still willing to take this play on Zidancic. It's fine. The over 11.5 games won. And then let's look at FanDuel. FanDuel as a sharp. Let's see if we have any underdog value there. Thompson, under on rebounds. looks really good. It's an ARB to FanDuel. This is the Thompson that plays for Detroit, the Pistons. Osser. So under 6.5 rebounds. 3-man entry, no insurance. I'm almost at my limit today with Underdog, but I'll share this link with you guys. No problem, Jordan. No problem, man. So Underdog, PrizePicks, couple of better slips out there, guys. So try to go around the horn to share slips on all the books. For my Dabble people, anyone that's using Dabble, Wemby under on his threes. Bingo. Like that. Shaedon Sharpe first quarter points. This is a market that only FanDuel offers. Over 5.5. I'm okay with that. So Wemby under on threes. Sharpe over on his first quarter player points at 5.5. And then Michael Porter Jr. or Colin Gillespie. I'm cool with either one. So Porter under rebounds, Gillespie over rebounds. It's totally fine by me. So there's 4 different options for my Dabble people. Again, Wemby under 1.5 threes. Shaedon Sharpe over 5.5 first quarter total points. If you don't like that market, then just play the Wemby under on threes, Porter under on rebounds, Gillespie over on rebounds. That's what we would do there. So that would be a Dabble slip if I was in Florida or in a state that had Dabble. That's exactly what I would do. Okay. Do we have any more Underdog value? Musa, Jalen Johnson. These are solid player points. Not very good to Pinnacle. This over. Over is not great to Pinnacle. It's fine, but it's not great. I want to see line movement from FanDuel. Ho! Ask and you shall receive. This is insane line movement from FanDuel. So I'm going after this one. We're going to play my max amount that I'm going to play on Underdog because I'm limited over there and, they don't let me do what I want to do. Jalen Johnson, under points and assists, under PRA. Pick your poison. I would say maybe most of this has FanDuel moved a lot? Not really. But this is an ARB to FanDuel. So anytime it's an ARB to Pinnacle or FanDuel, I'm really interested. So I'm still fine with taking this under on Jalen Johnson, points, rebounds, and assists. And then you could go back to Thompson. Bridges, we could take his under. We got Robert Williams as well. I'm all right with the Robert Williams play. I don't know if there's going to be a nerf if we take the Bridges under on points when we take Musa over on points. So we'll just go Robert Williams to kind of avoid that. Under 5.5 rebounds. Another Underdog 3-pick slip, no insurance. Coming your way, guys, now. So ripping through some slips, which is really nice. That's what we're all about. So let's look at some DraftKings pick 6. I don't see much DraftKings here. Got Danny Wolf. Okay. Jimmy Butler, low edge. So Butler and Wolf, and then what else do we have? That looks to be it at the moment. Jeremiah Fears. Okay, let's go over to pick 6. Seven results. Nice. Okay. So we're looking at Derek Queen over on his rebounds and assists. So I'm just going to build this off to the side here, guys. Okay. Simons. Under on his points and rebounds. He has points and rebounds, and points and assists is the same thing, guys. So just be careful of that. Danny Wolf over on his PRA. This is a very low edge play. Again, this is going to be a 3-pick slip for me, guys. I decided to use my boost for live. So Danny Wolf just got removed and just got bumped. So that's bad. So we'll go with Jimmy Butler. Under 20.5 points. All right, I'll share this link with you guys for pick 6. If you wanted to play your 4-pick entry as a boost right now, then I would take Robert Williams. Okay, so let's refresh the page really quickly. So you could go with Queen. You could go with Fears. Looks like Ryan Rollins. Simons is still there. It's a lower edge play. Robert Williams. Some different options here, guys. Take the Queen on his rebounds and assists. if you don't want to pair that with fears, go the opposite. Just don't touch it. Go with Ryan Rollins. Go with Robert Williams. Go with Simons. Or you could play fears. Some different options here, though, for you guys. If you decide, I'm playing my boost on pick 6 when the games go live. But if you want to right now, that would be what I would do if you were taking the pregame boost. So there we are. All right, I think that's pretty much it. We got through all the major DFS books. I will showcase quickly Sleeper for anyone that's out there that uses Sleeper. Looks like we have Tucker DeVries and then Cade. Also, curious for myself, because it's been the last day or two. All right, so just curious, guys, since I changed the background over the last couple of days. Love to get your thoughts. Put a poll up. Do you think it's cool? Do you think it sucks? Do you not really care and you just want picks? Would love your honesty. Going all black here in 2026, so going a little different than from before. Have a little bit more to add. But it'll be this weekend maybe if I add it. But this is how it's going to be at least for the rest of this week. All right, so that's Sleeper. Let's go take a look at, before we jump into the Sharp Money tool, for my arbitrage people, I never forget you guys. Got some arbs. This is a great day to arb. If it's pregame arbing, this is the time to start arbing. If you want a live arb, wait till the games start. It's going to be sick. But really good time to start arbing today because there's about 1 million NBA games going on. We're going to take a look at NHL goal scorers in a little bit. We'll take a look at the college basketball landscape. There are some big games going on today, so don't want to forget about that. And, okay, all right. So for arbitrage, guys, it's really just about, if you guys are going to try to live arb tonight, then, simplify your process. Pick 2 or 3 sports books. Stay patient. See what's up. Say, all right, I'm going to do FanDuel, maybe MGM, maybe DraftKings, right? Maybe we're going after books that have the one-click feature, right? But then just figure out beforehand. Everything really with live arbing, guys, to give yourself a chance before you start to want to go full Andy Bernard mode and punch a hole in the wall. You want to really be prepared ahead of time and say, okay, let's just focus on, tonight, let's just do player props, or let's just do money lines, or just point spreads for college basketball. Let's just focus on college hoops, and let's just do maybe point spread, right? That's all we're going to do for college basketball today. And it's going to be between these 3 sports books, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, all right, well, we're going to go after anything that's 4% or higher. Let's clear this out. Let's go 4%. I don't care about the hot. Leave this blank, right? And then that's it. And so when you're getting ready to live arb today, then say, all right, I'm going to be betting $50 on one side, or I'm going to bet $100 on the other side, or I'm going to bet $100. And so on the other side, I know I'm going to bet, somewhere below or above that. And that's all you're going to do. Keep it very simple. And then stay patient for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. See if anything pops up. If nothing pops up, then switch it, add a couple more sports books and see what books are kind of connecting with one another. That would be the strategy that I would use for live. Click play and then just chill. Have a lot of patience and understand that if you can execute 3 arbs, 4 arbs in an hour, you're making good money. You really are. So that would be the strategy that I would go after for my arbitrage bettors. Here you go, Lynn. No, Wilbo. Didn't move in with a girlfriend. If she's listening, another 8 years, maybe 9 years, we'll move in. All right, guapa. Another 8 or 9 years. 8 o 9 años más. But Just kind of did some redecorating of the office and changed up the background. All right, let's look at the sharp money tool. And let's make this main markets player props. I have nothing else set up. No pinnacle, no circa limits, no liquidity, no max odds. Let's just see what's up. Top play. Blackhawks on the money line over a bet openly. Okay. Jazz on the money line on MGM. Super long shot, but it's there. Kind of forgot that the Thunder did just lose to the Hornets the other day. So that can happen. All right. So, this person has $13,000 up. Pinnacle's taking, looks like Pinnacle's taking 10. Circa's taking 10 or 11. So it's roughly the same. Again, this is just above their limits. It's worth noting. It's not like insanely high, but it is a bit higher. So getting this, you can get this at plus 105 odds. Pinnacle's minus 102. Circa's minus 102. That's 7 cents off. It's even better to bookmaker. It's 9 cents off. I'm okay if you want to go over to bet openly and sprinkle a little Blackhawks money line. For the Jazz, this, Pinnacle's taking 3K. Circa's taking $16,000 on the Thunder. Obviously, they're only taking $2,000 on the Jazz. This is just by all means a great play, guys, on MGM. So I'm going to go bet this right now on MGM. I'm limited on MGM. They might only let me bet like $40, maybe $10. I don't know. We're going to find out. This is just insane. If it's still out there, it's really good. Plus 900 odds. Nobody else is offering anything close to this. I mean, Sports Zeno's offering plus 800 odds. So if you want like a super long shot, guys, I'm cool with grabbing the Jazz plus 900. And let's see how much they'll let me bet on this. I don't even know. If I want to go like 150, would they let me do it? $13. All right, I'm in. I'm in for $13.01. MGM, Jazz money line, plus 900. That's the long shot play of the day, right? Instead of putting together a 4 or 5 leg parlay at plus 900 odds, just maybe bet the Jazz on the money line for $13. So I'm in for as much as they would let me do it. But we will make $100, $117. Pretty nice. Okay, Jazz money line. There we go. Appreciate everyone voting in the poll. 82% say it's cool. I appreciate that. Appreciate the honesty for those of you that just want the picks. Who cares what the background is? Just give me some winners, dude. All I care about is money. Nuggets minus 9, or excuse me, Celtics minus 9.5. Again, someone has $7,700 out there. Pinnacle's taking 20K. I don't really care about this in terms of the sharp money. The price is pretty good. Getting this at plus 102, Pinnacle's at minus 107. I like that. That's 9 cents off. That's decent. It's not bad. It's okay. A little smidge of an edge. But this is obviously it's even better to bookmaker. I don't really care in terms of the amount of money that this person has posted on Profit X because it's not even close to Pinnacle's limit. So it doesn't matter to me. But if you guys want to grab this Celtics play, I like that. Risharia, under 3.5 rebounds. This is a Hard Rock only play. Literally, Hard Rock's the only book that has plus odds. So, okay. Wizards, speaking of money line. Again, this looks really good. Plus 750. This is just way out there. For my Dub Club people, we're obviously on the opposite side tonight. But this is just an insane price. I can't say no to this. You want to parlay the Jazz and the Wizards together, guys? This isn't just a sharp money tool. This is just, this is an incredible price. So, see if they won't obviously let me bet $100, but maybe $30, $20, $15.62. Okay. So they're obviously letting me win a certain amount of money. So we're in on the Wizards on the money line at plus 750. Obviously, if the Wizards or the Jazz win tonight's game, guys, we're very profitable, right? A lot of people have a hard time when you first start sports betting grasping your mind around why would you ever bet plus 750, Billy? It's like, well, it's all about price. If you give me a good enough price, I'll bet anything, literally. So it's you to bet either side if I give you a good enough price. So this is a long shot underdog, yes. But we should be receiving odds of ballpark, and it's probably like around plus 625, maybe 600, right? Because that's where all the books have this priced at. We're getting this at plus 750. So a $100 wager over on DraftKings pays you out $575. That same $100 wager on MGM pays you out $750. That's a really big difference in money in your pocket on a $100 wager. So, and same if it was a $10 wager. So we're in on the Wizards. And what I love about betting underdog odds, guys, is you don't have to win that many bets to be profitable. It gives you even more room for error. And I don't think I'm going too far out on a limb to say the more time that you spend positive EV betting, the more comfortable you'll start to get around betting plus 110s, plus 150s, and then firing off a couple plus 750s, plus 900s. I don't mind that at all. So there's a couple long shot plays on MGM. I'm limited, guys, on MGM. Still able to get down enough to make at least $115 in profit. So check that out. Very, very, I think it's definitely worth a little sprinkle. Bucks Warriors, don't really care about this play too much. Quentin Grimes, double-double. Again, it's a long shot play. If you're on Hard Rock, put down 50 cents on this. If you can get $1 down, put $1 down. I mean, FanDuel has this at plus 3,300. You get it at plus 10,000 on Hard Rock. That's a big difference. It's a really big difference in price. Props Builder has this at plus 1,700. This is plus 10,000 odds. Long shot play, Quentin Grimes, double-double. I don't know. Why not? Like, I think I could entice you to maybe bet $1 on Hard Rock, right? Scotty Barnes, here we go. Pinnacle's got a $250 limit. Somebody has put up $5,600 on no vig. And they want to bet the under 8.5 rebounds. They're offering you to bet the over 8.5. So Pinnacle's at minus 115. So this is truly a sharp money play. What I mean by that is we have, that means that you believe that the person that posted this $5,600, they're sharp. They're a pro bettor, right? By all means, it's cool if you're not feeling this play. You just want to skip it. But, you know, this is the same price as Pinnacle, but Pinnacle's only accepting $250. Someone's put almost $6,000 up here on this player prop. That's a lot more money compared to what Pinnacle is willing to accept. So I'm always willing to go out on a limb and maybe bet a little bit over here. Again, if I can get this roughly around the same price, I'll do it. So you can do this at Bovada. Bet 105 is at minus 118 odds. I love placing bets over Bet 105. For the most part, they copy Pinnacle's odds. Not one for one, but they're very close. Here, they're off 3 cents. So I'm going to go over and bet Scotty Barnes under 8.5 rebounds at Bet 105. So if you live in the United States, guys, for those of you that are new to sports betting, you can't use Pinnacle. You can't bet over at Pinnacle. They don't accept American customers. But you know, you can use Bet 105, which is a sports book, like I said, that copies Pinnacle's odds. And you can use that. It is offshore. Use code Billy C. When you sign up, deposit $100, you get a $50 free bet. I'm just waiting for my code to come in over here on Bet 105. But I've been using Bet 105 for, I'd say a year and a half now. Obviously, OGs and DGens know I've made some videos in the past talking about it. There's definitely some strategies that I use over there. This is one of them, sharp money tool, right? You'll never get limited on Bet 105. And, you know, they don't offer insanely high limits, but they do offer decent limits. Player props you can normally get around $200 on, which isn't bad. It's a lot better than BetMGM, I can tell you that much. So under 8.5, it's now at minus 119, which kind of sucks, but I will go ahead and take this for $200. Take it for the max. And let me throw this in here. Lynn said, my friend got limited after 3 bets at Hard Rock, and all 3 bets are player props. What's your thoughts, Lynn? Not surprised. Not surprised. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Not surprised at all. And I would say if your friend was firing off if your friend was firing off player props, Bet 105 says market temporarily suspended. Please check back in a few moments. All right, so I wasn't able to get this Scotty play yet. I'll have to wait. If your friend was using the positive EV tool or finding plays that have an edge and was going after Hard Rock, I can understand that. I think it's absolute BS. It doesn't help the consumer. It doesn't help the public to know that, like, after 3 bets, you get limited. We'll throw this in here right now, and then we'll just move on. But obviously, you know, Hard Rock, there was something obviously there that this person was either they fired off like a couple $500 bets, or if it was only $50, they obviously got a really good price. And, you know, your first couple of bets that you place on a sports book is you know, think about when you got a new employee that comes into your job and you're like, well, what's this person about? Who are they? That's what the sports books are looking at. So if you go into a new sports book, sign up with a brand new account, and then start firing off a bunch of sharp bets, what I mean by that is you go to the arbitrage tool and you go to pregame and you're like, all right, let me see some Hard Rock plays, right? And you're like, let's just fire off some Hard Rock bets and see what's up. You know, it's going to be very easy for Hard Rock to see, like on Virginia minus 12.5, maybe you're getting a really good price on them. So it's really a litmus test for you when you sign up with your account. The sportsbooks want to find out who you are. So if you start just firing off odds jam plays, in today's day and age, yeah, I can see you getting limited pretty quickly. Orty says, just got limited hard on Bovada and Bet Online. What offshores should I sign up for next? Orty, I would say you probably got limited on Bet Online on Props Builder. I would say that I would be very surprised if you got limited on Bet Online on the actual moneyline spreads and totals, because I do not know them as a book to limit you for moneyline spreads and totals. So please let me know if you got limited on Props Builder, because that's kind of separate, or if you actually got limited on moneyline spreads and totals. SEC, no, never used Chalkboard in my life. To my knowledge, it's really only available in California. I'm not in Chalkboard very often. So let's take a look at the anytime goal scorers. Haven't used Chalkboard yet. Haven't signed up for them. Not opposed to it. Just haven't had a chance. Yo, here we go. We got a couple plays here. Fiala, Slavkovsky, FanDuel, anytime goal scorers. I don't know if you guys heard this. I really like to bet anytime goal scorers in the NHL. Dub Club. We had a good day yesterday on Dub Club, and our goal scorers, we hit 3 of 5, which was really good. Anytime you're betting odds plus 150 or higher and you hit 3 out of 5, you're going to be making some good money. So I had a good time yesterday on Dub Club doing that. Finally got the Scotty Barnes play. We're in for $200 at minus 119 under 9.5 on Bet 105. Thank you, Bet 105. All right, FanDuel. Let's take a look at this. What do we got? Am I still logged into FanDuel? No, I logged out. So we're going to hit up Slavkovsky. We're going to hit up Fiala. Both these plays are under 3%, but they're above 2%. So they still qualify for me. And so Slavkovsky, they're telling me to bet $90. I'll just bet $100 over here. So again, guys, OGs and DGens know this. I don't tell you just to bet something. I actually place the bets on the domestic books in front of you. So Slavkovsky, $100. There we go. And then Fiala. He cashed for us on Dub Club a couple days ago. Love my boy Fiala. Got a couple of guys I really like in the NHL. I might have to start buying their jerseys. OGM's telling me to bet 100. We'll go a little bit more than that. We'll go 150. Just because I'm having so much success on FanDuel, guys. Betting anytime goal scorers. I could really make the argument I should be max betting these, every single one, and just say screw the EV edge, because it's been so good. Once again, now in January, I'm on my 4th consecutive month of being profitable betting this market. And it's a lot of thanks to FanDuel. If anyone works at FanDuel, really appreciate you, FanDuel. You've paid for quite a bit this holiday season. So we'll just throw this in the bet tracker, guys. You have questions, email me, DM me. Again, I started out sports betting 4 years ago. I know what it's like when you first start out. Got a lot of questions, not really sure what's up. Irish, if you're on the stream, which he hasn't popped in yet, which is not Irish-like. I did see some Circa value earlier this morning, Irish, so Circa might not completely be dead for NHL goal scorers. Orty, update on Bet365? No update, Orty. Again, we've talked about this before. This isn't just an odds jam thing, Orty. I think someone mentioned before there might be one software out there that shows Bet365's odds. To my knowledge, no one that I know of in the sports betting space in terms of softwares can really grab Bet365's odds. There might be one tool out there that I'm forgetting. So it's not so much OddsGM isn't doing what it can to get Bet365. It's a Bet365 thing. That's what I would say. Ken, what's up? Owner's Box, Justin. I haven't signed up and used Owner's Box. We've obviously showcased it a little bit here on the stream. Let's go and take a look at some college hoops right now. And then we'll get into all the NBA props. Leagues, we don't want football right now. We just want, here we go. So we're using Bookmaker, guys, as the sharp. But good question. So yeah, Orty, in terms of the update, I mean, it's been obviously probably now, 6 months, 5 months we've been going. Kind of the same with MyBookie and XBet. So I would say I don't foresee it coming back soon. I'm not giving up complete hope, but I'm also not holding out thinking that it's going to happen. So normally what I do for anyone that has Bet365 that, isn't severely limited, I would definitely pull up OddsJam's EV tool, look at like MGM, look at Fanatics, look at those very plus EV player prop plays, and then just scroll on Bet365 to see if you can find some similar odds. That's what I would do. All right, Ken's asking, anyone else's bankroll disappearing? Stanford first half money line. These plays are good to me, guys. Bet openly is $60 here, $9 here. If you have SportsZeno, you don't really need to watch this stream to make money on SportsZeno. Stanford first half money line. Looks really good to Bookmaker. Oh, yeah, and Bookmaker just moved a ton. So FanDuel, Stanford, Virginia Tech, this is first half money line, 144. And we'll go to halftime, 144. What's the max bet? 222. All right, nice. It's a little more than what they're telling me to bet, but that's fine. I'm fine betting $220 on Stanford first half money line. So there we go. Stanford first half money line, guys, plus 144. Really good price to Bookmaker. Bookmaker just moved a lot. Again, in this market, they might have similar odds to Pinnacle, but because they move so much, this is, I really, really like this play. 3% edge to Bookmaker. And Bookmaker's a very sharp sports book. So I'm totally fine taking that one. SEC, it's not very good. It's not as good as it used to be. It looks like it's, I don't want that. Looks like it's bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. So to me, that's a really shitty promotion. It's like the FanDuel and DraftKings. FanDuel's done this a couple of times where like you have to actually win your bet in order to receive $150. So bet $5 to get $150 if you win. That sucks. Honestly, like these sports books, dude, man, it just back in the day. I'll be saying that to my kids for just back in the day, man. It was so good. Wow, let's went to plus 148, guys. This got even better after I bet it. Interesting. FanDuel, will they let me bet this again? No, they won't let me bet it again. Okay. That's crazy, but that got even better on FanDuel. We're looking at college hoops right now. Stanford, all right. We also got maybe a St. Joe's. Got some first half money line plays here. St. Louis, St. Joe's, all the Saints. George Mason at 2% edge on Camby. It's a point spread play. I'm fine with that at 2%. I wouldn't really go anything below 2%. Let's look at this St. Joe's play. Let's see what we got. Pinnacle's at 105. Bookmaker's moving. They were at 105. They're moving a small amount. I'm still in on that. Okay. So $130, Duquesne, St. Joe's. Yeah, first half money line, St. Joe's. I was looking at this earlier. Halftime, St. Joe's. Pinnacles or bookmakers telling me to bet 130 on this. See if I can go 150. Yeah, I can. All right. There we go. St. Joe's first half money line. Got some first half money line plays. Nice to see. Yeah, that's a crappy one, in my opinion. I mean, you can find a play, guys. You can find if you wanted to bet, look at the odds range and what's the criteria. If you wanted to degen bet it, maybe you bet. I know I just bet the Jazz tonight. If you wanted to bet the Thunder at minus whatever 900 odds, or find a heavier, favorite to win, you could do that. Oh, I forgot about this. The 50-piece jackpot. Don't want to miss out on this. And then we got some choose some rewards. Didn't want to skip over these promos. Pre-live, straight player props, minimum $5 wager. I got to read what this is, actually. If your bet meets the criteria, you'll win your original bet plus a bonus bet. Okay, I guess I got to learn the rules. Choose your reward. Let's see what this is. It's a $10 max wager. I really don't care. $25 profit boost. I do some live. I do a little bit of live betting. But I would say we'll just use the profit boost for a 3-leg, and we'll just share it with you guys here. That's a really good one. Is it something I got to... I don't know. Did I already claim it? I don't know. We also got an NHL parlay boost. By the way, for the parlay boost, if you wanted to put Slavkovsky and what's his face? Fiala. There might be another play that we can find a little bit later for anytime goal scores. Okay, so that's college hoops at the moment. Let's take a look at... We'll use FanDuel as the sharp right now and take a look at some NBA player props. And then we'll go over and use Pinnacle. Okay. Top play is actually on Bet 105. Funny enough, Jordan Poole. Is this an air? This is a massive arb to FanDuel. Okay, not an arb or not an air at all. I don't think it's an air. We definitely want to grab this. This, I'm okay with going after this on Bet 105. This is insane. Poole to score 16 points. Let me see if this is still out there. That's insane. Probably a palpable error, but we'll see if they'll accept it. So, I can't. I shouldn't, but I am. One time, Jordan Poole, $200. Yeah, it's temporarily suspended. Yeah, I would say I can understand why it is, because that's insane. Rick, what's going on, man? How are you? Orty, Edge Zone's still 50% off. I honestly don't know. I would definitely reach out to Arbologist and the Arb Father. I talked to Arbologist a couple days ago, but we weren't really discussing the discount on Edge Zone. So I definitely ask him. Check that out. Appreciate everyone voting. 82% said it was cool. Appreciate all the votes out of 34. 9% says it sucks. And then 9% says, I just don't care. Give me the picks. Appreciate the honesty, guys. This is, if we can get this on Bracco, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here now. Hard to say with Poole. We'll just kind of move on from this. Okay, Bovada. These are really, really high EV edge plays to FanDuel. Most likely, these are all ARBs. So if you're on Hard Rock and you're limited, but you can maybe still wager $5 or $10, I would honestly try to put together a 3-leg traditional parlay here with PV, Towns, and Bagley. That would be, I think, solid. Definitely solid to do. So, different ideas, guys, for you. Bagley here, you could do the rebounds. I'd rather go the over 4.5 than 5.5. If you wanted to ladder this because you're limited, that's fine. Musa, all these plays that are pretty much anything that's over roughly, I would say 7 or 8%, it's going to be all ARBs to FanDuel. So again, ARB to FanDuel, the under's at plus 140, the over's at minus 125. This is only a market that FanDuel offers. Pinnacle doesn't offer this market, so I use FanDuel as my sharp. It's a 10% EV edge play. This is really, really good on MGM. And if you're someone like me, right, and you see all these MGM plays that are kind of popping up from time to time, I would still try to maybe fire off an SGP on MGM to see if they'll let you bet anything at all. Yeah, they removed Jordan Poole from the options here on Bet 105. That's okay. So a lot of MGM, a lot of Hard Rock guys, a lot of Bovada, some of the easiest, softest sports books right here. You guys can have a lot of success with. Chet Holmgren under on points. Again, this is not a low hold, but this is still a really good price. Pinnacle and FanDuel have the same pricing here, guys. This actually just dropped to about a 2% edge play. So let me get off that for a second and refresh. Saints fan, what's going on, man? How are you? This Jordan Poole play, guys, I'm literally looking at the screen right here over on Bet 105. I'm just going to hide this because it's not real. We'll just hide this play. Again, if you have Bovada and you're limited, I would still try to fire off some parlays. Here's a play on Dabble. A lot on Hard Rock. You can have a lot of success with a lot of these plays with these soft books. And once you are limited, guys, this is where you can try to get creative. Try to make a round robin. Try to make an SGP. Try to make a traditional parlay. Try whatever you can on the sports book to see if you can still get some money down to make money off these books. Right? Same with SportsZeno. Okay. Points, rebounds, and assists, Quentin Grimes, MGM, Hard Rock. You see a ton of Hard Rock plays popping up here. Same with Bovada. All really high EV edge plays. These are all very good to FanDuel. Ton of MGM stuff. So I'm really looking for anything outside of these soft books. So if you guys are looking for some plays, take screenshots, anything and everything, because there's a lot to get into tonight. We can just basically stay here forever and just rip through some NBA player props. I could do this with SportsZeno and Bovada and everybody. So I'm trying to find some of the more, and I'll just kind of pause here, guys, and every couple seconds I'll scroll through because I'm not really betting. My Bovada account's dead. My Hard Rock account's dead. Fanatics account's pretty much dead. So I'm really looking for Props Builder. I'm looking for FanDuel. I'm looking for DraftKings where I can still get some decent down. Caesars, something like that. Here we go. Zach Rasharia. This is a circa play as well. Over on his points. Not quite as good anymore. Okay. What else do we got? Onyx, this is probably wrong. For those of you that don't know, we talked about this yesterday. If you are someone that has Onyx and you're like, dude, Onyx is trash, I can never find any plays over there. When you open up the play and you see Onyx copies DraftKings, number one. So if DraftKings odds are different than Onyx's, then guess what? Onyx has yet to update their odds to reflect DraftKings. You will not be able to submit this bet and get this. Aha, see, they just changed it. Sometimes they do this. They overcompensate a little bit extra. They go to minus 118 instead of minus 116. So you do one of two things. When you open a play up, make sure that DraftKings odds and Onyx odds are the same. If they are, then you can make that bet on Onyx, I'm willing to say 8 times out of 10. But if they're different odds, then it's just a phantom play. It's fake. Move on from it. Yeah, unfortunately, these are all just MGM. These are really profitable plays. Don't get me wrong, guys. It's just, I can't really bet that much on MGM when it comes to player props. So it's going to be tough to get it down. I should probably check. Because even if I can bet $30 or so, that's still definitely worth it. But I'm not really quite sure. So what I would do is if you have one of these soft books, right? So for me, I'm checking MGM right now. And I'm like, I would love to bet something on MGM. And then I'm like, I'm seeing a lot of Hawks stuff. So let's just pull up the Hawks game. Can I make an SGP? By the way, we got some really good closing line value on the Wizards, guys. Real good value on the Wizards. It just went down to plus 675. Earlier on the stream, we bet them at plus 750. Jazz are still a plus 900. That's still a really good price. So I would still bet the Jazz at plus 900 on MGM money line if you can. So I'm just coming over here. I'm like, man, I would really love to bet, maybe I'm betting Jordan Poole to get 20 points. Maybe I'm betting Yves Missy under on points. I'm betting, Williamson. Like, I would love to cook up an SGP. And especially if you can bet overs, right? We know there's a lot of undervalue right here, but we could do this. So I'm like, all right, let's go and see if I can get Jalen Johnson 10 assists. Okay. So player assists, come over here and see if I can grab that. The worst part here is that we are getting a slight discount. That's fine. So I'm like, all right, Jalen Johnson, yes. And then maybe I just want to go Jordan Poole on points and say, give me 20 plus. Okay, so I come down here and I'm like, all right, listen. It's still available. It's still a good play. We add this to the over. And then I come over here and I grab Jalen Johnson. And I can only get a plus 115 on the SGP engine, but that's okay. I come up here to the top and I'm like, yo, plus 439 odds. I'm getting plus 400 right now, which is okay. So this is something that you can kind of take a look at, guys. Now, this stinks with this Jordan Poole play. I don't really know what to do. But you can come over here and say, I know this is still going to be a very EV edge parlay at plus 400 odds, or it should be, right? We can check the math and double check it. But like, how much will they let me wager on a two-leg SGP for Jalen Johnson and Jordan Poole? Will they let me bet anything? And the answer is, it doesn't look like it. Can't bet 50. So I just kind of go down the line here, guys. And I'll just bet this for whatever I can. Can I bet 25? Because this is other ways that you can try to milk the account. Now, this might be a useless exercise. But even betting $15 would be really nice. No, can't do it. And so I'm just going to go down the line and try my best. But the problem is it probably won't even be that. So I'll try $5 and then we'll move on from this. But this is what I'm talking about. When you have a book that limits you, you try everything and anything that you can to get this down. If I can't get $5, then all right, that's a tough one. But just little things that we can try. That's all that I would ask of you guys if you do get limited. I'm sure a lot of you have done this. I'm sure Ken has done this. A lot of people out there, OGs and DGens, have tried this before, where you're just trying everything and anything, but try it out. Try round robins. Try traditional parlays. Try anything at all that you can to get a little bit of money down on these limited books to still be able to try to get something down to make some money off of them. All right, let's see else what we got here. DVigging to Pinnacle. So DVigging to Pinnacle on the score. I haven't really used the score much. This looks really good. If you have Fanatics, you can hit this up for a smaller edge, but this is really good on the score. It's an ARB to Pinnacle. And anytime it's an ARB to Pinnacle or FanDuel for NBA player props, guys, it's an automatic auto bet for me. I don't really overthink it. Just go bet it. Speaking of Fanatics, Embiid, we got Sensabaugh here. We got some different stuff. That's really depressing, though, in the SGP. They wouldn't let me do much. By the way, guys, even on this MGM account, I can still bet $100, $150 live betting. So even though my player, so you're like, Billy, why would you, what's the idea behind still keeping this MGM account alive? Is because for live betting, I can still bet roughly $100 to $150 per play on moneyline spreads and totals for live betting. So this MGM account has a ton of utility for me for live betting. Like tonight, there's a lot of NBA games. I'm going to be doing some live betting, doing a little college hoops live betting. I still use this MGM account every day for live betting. It's great. If I can still get over about $30 on live betting, then this account is still worth it to me and definitely can do so with MGM. So even on limited MGM accounts, guys, I know Arb Fathers talked about this before in the past. You can still make really good money on limited accounts. Maybe I can't do it for pregame, for player props. That's all right. We just get creative in other ways to still milk this cow and make as much money as we can. We talked about the Scotty Barnes play. I bet the under a little bit earlier. Like seeing that. Paul Reed, Thompson, Jock Lindell, all good stuff. And if you are someone like Lynn, you were talking about your buddy earlier that got limited on Hard Rock. Here's what I would do if I was opening up a new Hard Rock account, assuming that you have your bankroll at a decent number, like you can You just don't start arbitrage betting. I would start to put together SGPs on Hard Rock that have positive EV, because you know that a lot of these plays on Hard Rock are very positive EV for pregame, for player props. I would just try to rip through some 2-leg, 3-leg SGPs all day long on Hard Rock when I opened up my new account. I show the sportsbook that I want to play SGPs. We know with Hard Rock that their edges are so high that even if the price gets nerfed a little bit, it's still really good. So that's how I would attack a brand new Hard Rock account or a brand new Sports Zeno account, is just rip through some SGPs that can hopefully buy you some time on your account longevity. That's kind of the game that you would want to play. The sportsbooks want you to play SGPs. And on some of these books, like MGM, I would do the same with MGM. You get a new MGM account, I'd start playing player prop SGPs all day long. No arbitrage, no single straight wager positive EV plays, all SGPs. Making sure that you're at least getting a decent price. Even if your pricing is slightly positive edge, like less than a 0.5%, I would still play it because the books want you to play SGPs. Here we go. Michael Porter Jr., 25 points. Show me some movement, Pinnacle. Hey, Pinnacle showed me a shitload of movement right now. 15 cents, guys, within the last minute or so. Go, go, go on FanDuel. Run to FanDuel. Plays for the Nets. Score 25 points. Minus 108 odds. Is it still there? It's dropping. I still like it. I don't care. Nets. 25 points. Where are we at? Where are we at? Come on. Don't do this to me, FanDuel. Oh, that's all right, man. Lynn, honestly, the people that know about this sharp sports betting, we're a very, very small group of people. What's the max wager? $400? Oh, that's so nice. God, I love you, FanDuel. Oh, it just went to nothing, though. So minus 108 is not good enough anymore. That sucks. I want to learn more about this 50 piece. I'm imagining this is, I got to imagine, yeah. No NBA player scored 50 points last night, so we're running back the 50-piece jackpot today with an increased prize pool. Claim now, after claiming now, $5 player prop wager for any NBA game. Please note, okay, eligible players only. Okay, so got it. So we obviously want to go after some very high players that could score 50. So naturally, guys, this is a really great promo that you want to take advantage of. This isn't necessarily, you could try using positive EV here. I would honestly just look at the NBA board, and you know the guys in your head that could go for 50. I'm thinking maybe Tyrese Maxey of the Sixers, but we need the Wizards to keep it competitive. Looking at the totals, looking at a high over-under, maybe a Devin Booker, right? Like this Jazz Thunder, that looks really good. SGA could obviously go for 50. This Rockets Blazers total is a little different, a little lower. So it's really just who you think could go for 50. Maybe Luka with the Lakers. So that's probably who I'll go with, guys. Again, this is just like a DGen bet type thing. I'm betting $5 on the guy. So I'm going to go with Luka to go off. I know it's a back-to-back. That's the only thing I'm not crazy about. So Luka, and there we go. We'll bet this for Luka. That's going to be my pick tonight. I'm going Luka to get a 50 piece. But if you like somebody else in a better matchup, by all means, get after it. Get after it. All right, let's take a look. Let's get rid of this arbitrage tool. I did have the middle bet tool up, but that's all right. Now that I have this backdrop, guys, completed, it's about 95% completed. We will be streaming tomorrow morning. I've said that the last couple of days. I do apologize. I will be streaming tomorrow morning. No doubt about it. Duncan Robinson, under on his threes. 1 cent off of being a low hold. It's not an ARB. It's not a low hold, but I would imagine there's some good line movement here. Let's see. Actually, some line movement from Camby, which I don't love seeing that. Movement downward from FanDuel. Okay. I mean, they were right where Camby was, but they moved to 108. FanDuel's or Pinnacle's moving a little bit downward as well. So if you want to bet Duncan Robinson under on threes, I'm cool with that. KD, can we get this anywhere else? Okay, so we can't. So this is another reason, guys, why I open up this play. Because I'm limited on Fanatics. So Fanatics, I don't really care about. But I might be able to get this on FanDuel, right? Might be able to. Oh, my God. Go, go, go. KD over 38.5 PRA. Now, this is at minus 106 odds. But love seeing the movement from Pinnacle. It's still almost a 4% edge play, which I like. And we're looking at KD over on his PRA. Over 38.5. So this is another reason why you open up the Fanatics plays and you take a look. Okay, if you guys are finding any of this insightful, helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the thumbs up button. $300. I don't know if I really have the coins. I can only do 159. So we'll do 159 since that's the max that I can bet on KD. But there we go. Over 38.5 PRA. Like that movement from Pinnacle. A lot of movement within a short amount of time. And there it is. If you wanted to get this on Caesars or Canby, still a small edge, you can go grab that. So it's another reason, guys, why you're like, well, why would I ever look at this, right? I still like to look at that because you could look at the other books. Man, we're just at an hour. I'm actually a little bit out of breath, but man, this is one of those nights, guys, where we could just bet for the next 5 hours. Easy. And just rack up the value. All these no-vig plays, go bet them. They're all under $500. I'm cool with all of them. Aaron Gordon, I like it. Chet Holmgren, no problem. Definitely one of those days where you could easily have yourself 100 to 150 bets. It's all based on what's going on in the sports betting calendar. And today on Wednesday, this is a really, really good day. I'm going to be focusing more of my efforts for live betting. So I'm going to go get something to eat right now and chill for about 45 minutes to an hour and then come back and do some live betting. Guys, have an awesome Wednesday evening. I'm back on tomorrow morning. We're going to be looking at NFL, college football, Final Four. So 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll be back on tomorrow, guys. Take care.